And we're just about to start for game 2 of Women's Super League. Apologies, trying to find my phone to do the times because haven't quite got to the point where we've got functionality for the timings for the referees. So London Storm 2 against Derby Phantoms 1s. So London Storm 2 currently sitting 6th in the league, whereas Derby Phantoms sitting 2nd. And the difference between that is that London Storm 2 have got 5 wins and 2 draws, whereas Derby Phantoms have got 10 wins and 1 draw, and also a loss. And London Storm 2 with 5 losses. So last time they played, Derby Phantoms won 15-7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so pretty close. Yeah, and both teams... Oh, no. So Phantoms with... Oh, and a lovely catch there.
Brilliant reactions.
Oh, and what a hit for Martin on Van Murik. Then Woodgate, a safe throw. Oh, and a hit from Sharp.
Big hits back and forth.
Yeah.
What we love to see in dodgeball. Storm just looking to recompose, take their time. With the extra player, just look for the opportunities when they come.
Yeah, it's one of those things like London Storm as like a club have just got stronger over the years to the point where like their second team and their first team are pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, a
lot of credit to the coaching at the club.
Yeah,
they've produced a lot of top quality players over the years, in both the men's and women's.
Oh, lovely! Martin taking out Alan and goes for the catch, but
I think she'll be disappointed with that one.
Yeah.
You've seen Jen take catches like that a lot of times in her years playing.
And then it's 2 singles. I think Blanchard just realising that they're only throwing 1 out of the 4, so throws a quick one afterwards. 2-ball attack at Sharp, gets out of the way, and then a double ball attack takes out Woodgate.
She made a great movement, but unfortunately she couldn't get the block off in the second ball coming in.
2-ball attack at Sharp again, doesn't slow her down, and then there's a 3-ball counter attack in the end, taking out Blanchard. Yeah, really nicely executed there from Derby.
Great awareness from April Phillips, looking for that ball so she can go for the attack as well.
Yeah. So Derby Phantoms take the first set. So a really strong start from Storm, but then Phantoms just managing to come back at the end.
Phantoms are definitely a team with a lot of individuals who can change the set. And again, similar to how we talked about Leicester White Tigers, they can play a really slow game, they can play a really aggressive game.
Yeah.
They're happy with 3 balls, 2 balls, like they are happy at every situation. They know exactly what they're going to do, and a very in-sync team as well.
Yeah.
Great communication on court.
Oh, a 2-ball attack takes out Allen. But then the retaliation by Sharp takes out Blanchard. Two singles at different targets, and then no hit there, then a retaliation, and then a trade as well. So 2 Storm players out for 1 Phantom. So Phantoms up by a player. Oh, but the pre-throw takes out Van Murik.
A pre-throw and survived the attack back from Kez Tranter.
So all level. Single from Martin. Yeah, trying to very high press, but just can't seem to find an opening, so doesn't release. Oh,
an unfortunate block
there. Being blocked into. Single. No hit. Darby's still going for that double counter. Whoa.
Storm really needed to try and communicate to get the attack together. Unfortunately, 2 singles, no hits. Control goes to Darby. Very experienced player there from Darby. A safe single throw. Kez absorbing the attack. Reset again.
2 blocks from Phillips.
That's where timing is key if you want to throw through the block like that.
Yeah, it's very interesting. There's a lot of it's very off between these 2 Storm players. And then a catch and a hit.
Oh, I didn't even see the catch.
Yeah, so
very well done.
Sharp getting the catch as well as a hit. So brings Allen back on. And a nice safe single over the head. Time. So Phantoms take another set.
I think what Storm need to learn from that is whenever they're going for the 2-ball attacks, they're not sure about the timing. Just like, even if you're going to do a countdown, do whatever it takes so that the timing of the throw together. They know who you're going to be throwing at, so it doesn't matter if you're giving away when you're going to be throwing at them. Because that was the big difference. If they had made that hit, it would have been a very different set at the end.
Single from Phillips, and then a single return. No hits. Oh, and a lovely hit from Allen. Blocked by Sharp. Recalls Tranter and decides to go for the 3-ball attack instead. Single from Dalcontite, and the retaliation back from Woodgate, and the retaliation back from Sharp, but nobody hits anyone. We've played 1 minute. So nice fakes from Storm. And then 2 single counters. Trying to find in the hit with hers, but Dalcontite not. But does give Storm 4. But Phantoms are up by 2, so they've got plenty of plays.
Jen done very well to survive there.
Yeah.
2 players up, possession in their favour. This is exactly where Derby want to be.
Single from Dalcontite. Single from Tranter. And a catch from Phillips. So Derby 3 players up now. Still playing the singles. With a nice bit of pressure from Van Murick. Really putting off Blanchard.
This is where Storm have to try and decide how they want to claw their way back into this. They want to play the catch game or go a bit more aggressive.
Lovely hit from Van Murick on Blanchard. And a block back by Sharp. Oh, but they retain the 3rd one anyway. So Tranter just throws a safe signal. 30 seconds left, so a lot to do for these 2 Storm players. Single from Allen. Single from Woodgate.
This is a game that Derby are more than happy to just play the single ball.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll happily just see timeout.
Absolutely.
And that's time. So, 6-0. So just starting to get away from Storm 2 now. Interesting that they haven't called a timeout. Is it because they just feel like they've got nothing to talk about and they just kind of want to get on with it, or they've not really considered it?
It's a bit weird because I think they probably could have used it and just kind of started talking to each other about what's going well, what's not going well, what they need to change. I think they kind of need to adapt the game plan to maybe be a bit more aggressive, because I feel like whenever they're sitting back, Derby, it suits their game. They're able to just pick them off one by one. They might just need to try and change something up.
Yeah, we got Vokes on for Phillips. A lovely double hit. So, Derby, 2 players up. Blocked by Tranta. Retaliation, but no hits. Double throw from Storm, no hits, and a double counter back. Again, it was a little bit disjointed, so don't get the hit on Martin. So both sides struggling a little bit with timings. But that one, absolutely fabulous.
I think the big difference is Derby know what their game plan is and how they're going to take out each of the opposition, whereas I feel like Storm 2 are a bit more disjointed in how they want to play the game out.
Yeah.
Or they're just not sure how to disrupt the momentum that Derby just keeps on picking up.
Yeah. Oh. Lovely play there from Tranta, getting the hit and the catch.
It was the right decision to go for the hit. It's just unfortunate that I was in an area that Kez was able to take in very easily.
The double counter comes back, but Martin's out of the way. Single. Fake from Dalcantite, but
she wanted it, but
yeah.
She listened to her teammates.
Yeah. So Martin with 3.
Oh, a very, very good double counter.
So 8-0. We now have a timeout.
Yeah, I think it was necessary.
It's one of those things that there's only 2 minutes on the clock, but also you can't really afford to go into halftime 10-0 down.
No.
It's one of those things I just feel like Storm 2 usually have a bit more spark about them, and it doesn't feel like they've got the energy today.
Yeah,
so
I'd agree with that.
I'd want to see them come out with a bit more aggression in this and the second half, and just like be more aggressive, sort out your timings, because I think they'll do a lot better from that.
I think it's one thing Storm as a club are very good at is hyping each other up. You can see in the stands right now that there's a big crowd, and you want to. I think they'd be hoping that the energy from them would also creep into the players on court. They're a bit static is probably the word I'd use at the moment. They're just kind of going through the motions of each of the sets.
Yeah.
They're not looking for the opportunity. There's been opportunities there to get the hits against Derby. They're just not really taking them.
Yeah.
I'd say in the first set they started off making big lateral movements. They were going for big hits, big counters, where that's slowly been withering away.
Yeah.
I think, as you said, just get that energy back into them, and hopefully that timeout will work in their favour in that manner.
So Smith and Leddy on for Storm. So 3 balls to Derby. Single ball, no hit. Single ball retaliation, no hits. A pre-throw, but no hit. Ooh, Van Murick, the single. Letty thinks about catching it, but does not go for it. So still level. Single from Smith. Single from Woodgate, blocked by Tranter. And then a retaliation back, gets the hit. I think on Hassan. Single from Martin. And then retaliation from Van Murick, blocked away by Smith. Derby up by 1. Single from Smith, no hit. Retaliation from Van Murick, takes out Woodgate. Yeah, Woodgate's so focused on Dowk and TT, straight in front of her, doesn't even see that side court. So,
very effective cross-court hit.
Yeah, that's the word, cross-court. 15 seconds left with the half. Oh! Tranter taking out Martin. Allen is out. And then a block at the end. So Storm, again, losing the final set of the first half. So that takes Derby's score to 10-0.
It's a very, Derby are just playing their game to a T.
Yeah.
I think Storm too are just really struggling to know how they best can handle what's coming at them at the moment.
Yeah.
There's definitely still enough quality in Storm 2 that they could mount a comeback, but they just need to get together as a team and get a bit more in sync.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's hope that they can kind of just rally themselves in that halftime talk. And then otherwise for Derby, just keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
It's all going to plan. They're all playing well. Don't change anything.
No, well, to be fair to Derby, they're switching up their game a lot.
Yeah.
They started off a bit slower, then as the confidence grew, they were going more and more aggressive. They were not allowing Storm 2 to get any momentum in the game. Any catches that were made, there was 2 hits from Derby that followed afterwards. And yeah, they're making sure the momentum stays in their favour.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll be back for the second half. the second half. So London Storm 2 looking to get their first points on the board. And Derby looking to continue their dominance in this game. So single.
I know Derby came in today in second place by set difference, I believe, so they'll be looking to rack up as big a score as possible to try and close that gap.
Nice block there. So both teams just testing each other out at the moment, just with singles backwards and forwards. And then single ball counters. So one of those things, as soon as you risk that 2-ball release on a 3-ball, you're essentially just opening yourself up to that double counter. And then a trade between Smith and Sharp. Then Hassan and Van Murek both throwing at each other, but no hits. Single down the middle. And then Dalkin Tite taking out Woodgate.
That's a big hit.
Yeah. Yeah, Woodgate kind of stood there as if she was going to go for the trade, and then 2 singles. Both players going for catches and both dropping them. And all of a sudden, Hassan's left in by herself.
In previous meets, you would have seen both players taking catches like that. You just feel like the confidence isn't there at the moment.
Yeah.
The sharpness isn't there because of it.
So 50 seconds. Hassan's down by 3. So a lot to do. Pre-throw, then goes for the catch but can't stick it.
The positive for Storm 2 there is that the opportunities are there to be taken. They take 1 or 2 of those catches and it'll be a very different set, and that's what they have to cling on to right now.
Yeah. So 12-0 to Derby Phantoms. Catch by Martin.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sam Lab stirring the ball.
Lovely cover by Smith there. So Storm up by 1 player. Dalkin Tite's ball bouncing just before Smith.
They've had their big moment now. They have to take advantage.
Yeah. Oh,
Big
lovely hit. But a catch also made by Van Murek. So Storm now 1 player down. And then a hit on Letty, and then another catch.
Oh my goodness.
And it's all changed. So just Smith and Woodgate in.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Then Woodgate's out on the 2-ball attack. So just Smith now with 1 minute 50. So a lot of time, but also a lot to do.
We were talking about how Storm 2 needed to take advantage of that momentum, and a calamity of ours just completely swung it back in Derby's favour. And now you struggle to see even further if Storm 2 can claw back some sets in this game.
Yeah.
A very well timed double counter from Sharp and Van Murek.
So it's all level. Oh, and a nice hit by Hassan on Van Murray, but it does give Derby 4 balls.
It was a big hit, one that they needed. Now it's all about survival.
Oh, and then Leddy vicious for the catch a little bit there.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a high one to be going for.
Yeah, you think potentially better serve just by getting out of the way and keeping your numbers on court.
Survival was key.
Nice blocks by Hassan. And then putting some pressure on. Nice aggression there. So it's all level now. Single from Phillips, and then 2 single releases as well, and then a double counter. Yeah, really odd. 3 single
Martin.
balls. I don't think that was Derby's intention, and it opens. Lovely to see Storm capitalising and taking that double counter hit.
Martin with a very accurate cross-court hit on Sharp.
Oh, nice hit by Tranter on Hassan, which squares it up. Double hit takes out Phillips. And then the double counter takes out Woodgate.
I must say, Tranter's high throws have been very effective in this game.
Yeah. Double at Tranter, but blocks. Oh, a great dodge, but then line fault at the end.
That's just the unfortunate luck that Storm 2 have had in this game, unfortunately.
Yeah. Play ball called. Not play ball.
Yeah, I think the call was corrected by Sam.
Yeah. 2 ball attack on Dalcontite, but no hit. Oh, yeah, Smith had to cover that.
Oh.
Yeah, Smith really forced to cover that ball that went up high, but it did mean she was up court without a ball. And then the same thing with Martin. Again, gets caught up court without the ball. And it was almost there.
A much better showing from Storm 2. Those are the kind of sets you expect from them more often than not. They're showing that the quality's there. It's just about getting the consistency. They're looking a lot more in sync in this half. They're giving Derby a tougher game. They're taking a few more of the opportunities that are appearing. They're not trying to force the game as much as they were in the first half.
Yeah.
They could be a lot happier with how they're playing.
So, exchanging singles backwards and forwards. No hits.
The very famous Derby Phantom single throw, high, far enough away that it's not invalid, but extremely difficult to catch above the shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, great hit from Tranter on Smith there.
The power and accuracy she has in her throw today has been something else for Derby. It's a huge reason why they've been able to dominate the game.
But that double no hit, and then the retaliation. Hassan's out. So Storm, 2 players down. And And then Letty out. Trays it down from Tite. A lot of back and forwards. And Storm losing 2 players. Derby losing no one.
The small clips, like left, right, and centre from Derby have been very, very good this game. They're not taking anything to chance. And that's why they're fighting for top of the league.
Oh, and a catch by Phillips. Timeout called.
I don't know why. As I mentioned earlier on, you know, Derby are definitely looking to try and ramp up as big a score as possible, to try and reduce that set difference to Bedford Mighty Eagles, I believe, if memory serves. I've done my prep for this game.
Yeah, so they're currently behind by 8 set difference.
Yeah, so it probably is a good idea from Simon to kind of tell them here's the ways that you can even wrap up the score further, kill the opportunities. As Storm 2 are developing a bit of momentum and playing a bit stronger. This is definitely a really great opportunity for Derby now, just to try and narrow that gap with Bedford Mighty Eagles, and also develop more momentum going into later on games.
Yeah.
The most experienced teams never take their eye off the ball.
No.
Is there any advice you would give to Storm 2 for the remainder of this game to try and turn momentum around?
I think it's one of those things, like there's been a couple of times now that they've got up, and then it's kind of like they've kind of squandered it by either going for catches and not making them, or kind of being too high up court after they've gone for a hit and stuff like that and not having the cover. So I think if you can just, once you've got that, you've got ahead, I'd just like to see them hold it, because they're so close every time, but they're just letting it slip out their fingers in the last moment. So just hold on to that.
Trying to do too much whenever they've got the control.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's very solid advice.
So Storm, 1 player down. Nice hit there. So that brings him back level.
Well
Single.
left.
Yeah. Nice single, and then good hold from Hassan. But then, some reason, yeah, just not prepared to block.
I think she looked away. I think she looked away for a second and got punished for it.
Yeah. Derby just really good at reading that.
Yeah.
Knowing when a player's stopped paying attention.
Especially with the score the way it is, they're happy to take little opportunities like that they wouldn't usually go for if it was a tighter game.
But lovely hit again on Van Murick, and 2 hits.
Double,
Yeah.
must have been a double hit, yeah.
So level.
It's very unfortunate. Van Murick, I think, misreading the swerve of the ball.
Oh, lovely hit from Dalcandite. A double on Sharp, but blocks. And then a double back, takes out Storm. So just Letty left in now for Storm.
She's taken a number of catches in this position before. Let's see if she can do it again. An early pre-throw.
Yeah,
oh, Derby ball at its finest.
Yeah. So two high balls there. Really trying to shut down any catches.
Forcing Letty to go aggressive on the throws.
And that's time.
Experience and executing the game plan perfectly there from Derby, shining through. They knew Letty was a very talented catcher, making sure that she couldn't take anything there. And the score is, what was the score, sorry? 19-1?
Well, I thought it was 20-0, but apparently it's 19-1. I don't remember seeing a draw. But maybe we missed it.
The 1 minute set at the end of last
Maybe.
half, maybe? No, it wasn't a 1 minute set though. I have no idea.
Yeah. So potentially been harsh to Storm for a while, but yeah, it does say 91 on the stream, so you know I feel like we can trust Sam Mason and Kath Ward as opposed to us with my tally and piece of paper.
Old school. We need to get you upgraded to a tablet soon.
Oh, the lovely hit by Tranter on Blanchard.
I must say, Tranter's had a fantastic game today.
Yeah. Blocked by Van Murik. And that is full time. So final score, 21-1.
Dominant display from
Yeah.
Derby Phantoms there. A very different game to the last time these two teams met.
Yeah.
I'd be very happy with their performance. Storm 2 much happier with their second half, but
Yeah.
they need to try and get the momentum going early in the games if they want to try and pick up a few more wins before the end of the season.
Yeah, but it does set up Derby nicely. They've got they've got Spartans this afternoon.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah, so, and obviously that's quite critical in terms of the position decider. So with Derby playing like that and with Spartans struggling a little bit against a Wessex side,
I'm not sure what the final...
They did get the win in the end, but it was 7-7 at one point. So, yeah.
That'll be a good game set up later on for today.
Yep. But that's it from me and Colin. Enjoy the rest of the stream. I cannot guarantee you any commentators.
Take care, folks.